Hello, I am back, and I have a secret about the piano that you might not know about. This secret is going to be able to get you playing a bajillion different sounds on the piano by only using one chord. Now you're probably wondering, how is that going to work? Well, we're going to be using something called slash chords. Now, slash chords are a great way for you to have fun, get creating, and make these cool sounding chords, all while practicing your keyboard familiarity, working on your chord progressions, and making sure that your fingers are just feeling strong and powerful on the keyboard. So with that, we're going to jump right into this, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So here we go. So slash chords. When you think of slash chords, at least when I first heard about it, it was like, wait, am I breaking the chord up? Am I slashing it to little pieces? No, you're not. You're just using one chord in your right hand, and you're using different notes to create different harmonies with your left hand. So first step is to find our triad in our right hand. Today we're going to be using F in second inversion. So that looks like this. F major, we have F, A, and C. Perfect. And now we're going to move up our inversions. So taking that note, moving it to the top. That's first inversion. Let's do that one more time. A up to the top. And there we have it. We have second inversion, F major. Now this is too high for me. I like it a little bit lower, kind of in the mid-range of the piano. So we're gonna go here. I love that sound, it's so cool. Okay, so now we have our one chord, our F major chord, second inversion. We're going to be adding our left hand, and once we get this step, it'll sound a little bit like this. Really cool stuff. It sounds epic, but it's only one chord. So let's look at our left hand and figure out what's going on there. Our left hand is using a 1, 6, 4, 5 progression in F. So what that means is we're going to be using our F note, our D note, our B flat note, and our C note. Okay, so in this scale, right, we have this B flat note, and that's really important because if we play a B natural, it's not going to sound as pretty. Not yet, at least. So let's just stick with our F, D, B flat, and C. Let's add that to our quarter note pulse in the right hand and see how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 to the B flat. There you go. 3. I'm going to do this one more time. You can also use the 1 finger on F, the 3rd finger on D. Remember that B flat. And then end on the F. We always want to finish on the tonic, or the first chord that we started with, in this case the F chord, because it'll sound like our progression comes to an end. And we always want that, especially when we start getting more creative and making crazier sounds. We want somewhere to come back to. So always finish on the tonic or the first chord, that F major chord. So when I was showing this example, I was using octaves in the left hand. You probably noticed my big stretch there with my left hand, with my pinky and my thumb. And this was just to add some more depth, some more volume, and some more power to our chord progression. So let's try that now using the same few notes that we just looked at, F, D, B flat, and C. And once we do that, you're going to hear this epic sound come out of your piano, and it's going to be a little bit of a surprise. So be prepared for that. Let's jump into this. Here we go. 1, 2, octaves now. F. Woo! There it is. There's the D chord and B flat. My right hand is still doing the same thing. Maybe I get quieter. Ooh, it still sounds epic. Now I'm going to get a little bit louder. Getting louder. And as loud as you can go. And finish on the tonic, or the F chord, to make it sound like we've arrived back home and we're safe and sound. Okay, so we have 4 really cool sounding chords or harmonies, and those are just the sounds that we've created here We've used F, we've used D, we've used B flat, and we've used C, a 1, 6, 4, 5 progression in F major. Now, that's too theoretical, that's too much information. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get creative and we're just gonna play some random notes here using those octaves, and we're gonna see what we can come up with. This is where it's all about creativity and all about keyboard familiarity, making sure you line up those octaves and the notes are the same with both your thumb and your pinky. So let's jump into it. I'm gonna stop talking. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. I'm gonna start with my tonic, and if you wanna do just a little bit longer so you can find those notes. Whoa, that's cool. That's a D flat. Let's go G. That's kind of neat. Let's go to, ooh, that's spooky. I like that one. Let's try a different one. Now I'm changing every 2. There's the tonic again. Cool. Now let's stop here. That was awesome. There were so many cool harmonies, so many cool sounds that we just came up with just by playing random notes on the keyboard. Now, it will sound really, really beautiful if you use the notes of the F major scale, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. But don't be scared to get creative. Think outside the box, explore, see what other notes you can use and what that does to your sounds. Once you do that and you're feeling like you've kind of got a good grasp of what's going on, we're going to start breaking up the chord in our right hand. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to use diatonic chords here just to keep things simple in the left hand. So F, D, B flat, and C again. I might get creative, we'll see. It depends on how I feel later on here. So with our triad, we're breaking it up into basically just 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Move to the D. Okay, add that pedal if you want. And then to the B flat. I'm giving this 2 measures each just to get used to it. And now I'm gonna do 1 measure each. So 4 beats at a time for each chord. 2, here comes the switch. D. Awesome, to the B flat. Nice, you can even speed it up too if you want. That's really cool, I like that one. Now I'm gonna try some non-diatonic chords. Ooh, that's cool. That's diatonic. Not so diatonic. Not diatonic. And back to the first chord of our progression, which was the tonic, the F major chord. Now, this is a lot to think about when you get to this level. There's lots of moving parts. You can even try going up an octave, which will sound like this. Right? You can speed up those rhythms in the left hand as well, just as I did, not playing on every 4 beats, but every 2. See what you can come up with. Get creative, have some fun with this. So the whole point of this exercise is to develop that keyboard familiarity, knowing which notes are in your major scale, which notes aren't in that left hand to make those pretty sounds, those not so pretty sounds, as well as getting a pretty good workout with your right hand, breaking up that chord, moving it around, and seeing what you can do with it, just to make it sound either more beautiful, more spooky, more adrenaline, more sadness. It's up to you. You can decide what you want these sounds to sound like, but at the end of the day, it's all based on theory. When we're bringing it all back at the very end of our creation to the tonic, the first chord we played right off the start with that F major. So I hope you have fun with this. Explore, get creative, and be brave. Have some fun, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.